Hey everybody, I'm Rich, and I'm back with another installment of B Bevs. Today, hopefully with spring upon us, I'm making a very simple classic mojito. So thank you to Sarah and Laura and everyone else involved and all of the other presenters and everyone else that make this the fun time it is. I'm glad to be back, and hopefully I can get you guys a good mojito here. So mojito is a very simple drink here, consisting of only a few ingredients. Silver rum or white rum. You can go cheap on this if you want. Bacardi is a perfectly suitable rum for this. I would think if you find it at some restaurants, Bacardi is probably what they use. Be careful though. You want to make sure that you stick with the white rum, at least for a traditional mojito. You can get confused if you're at places that have a menu of mojitos with different things in them. You probably want to avoid stuff like estate rums and barrel-aged rums. It's going to make it taste completely different and actually strays pretty far away from what a regular mojito should be. So we are sticking with silver or white rum. Lime juice, mint, a little bit of ice, simple syrup, and we're going to top it off with a little bit of club soda here. So without further ado, let's get started. So first off, we're going to start with 8 to 10 mint leaves. I just prepared these, rinsed them. Try to make sure they're the good ones. Sometimes mint leaves can have little, signs of rot or whatever on them, so try to make sure they are good and fresh and clean. Shop early as the warmer months are upon us here, because mint can be scarce when you need it. We are going to add to our 8 to 10 leaves here 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup here, 50-50 sugar and water. You can dial this up or down probably a little bit depending on how you like your drink to taste. And then from our simple syrup and our mint leaves, we're going to muddle about 10 to 15 seconds. I'll have you know too, I slapped my mint right before I started this to kind of get the aromas and flavors to come out. That's a bit more ceremonial thing we think of with mint juleps, but let's get that minty aroma and flavor out. So we are good and muddled here. So after we get ourselves muddled there, we are going to add our rum and our lime juice, and we're going to go 2 ounces of rum here. I'm using Mount Gay rum here. This rum to me has a cool kind of minerally characteristic to it, as well as that nice sugarcane distillate that we all love in rum. Very mild, makes almost like a creamy mouth feel. Not terribly expensive. And then we are also going to add about 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Again, you can dial this up or down a little bit depending on how citrusy you want your drink to be. And we're going to just give that a quick little stir to get those flavors to meld in there. And we're going to top with ice. I've got crushed ice here. This is all totally preference. I like to go about 1/3 of the glass here. Excuse me for making a mess here. Go. And we're going to top that off 1 ounce of club soda, a glug, good sized glug of club soda there, and that's going to top us off there. Give that a good stir. I usually like to have a glass that I can reach the top with for my garnish here. We're going to put a nice wheel of lime on there. And I also like to put a little sprig of mint in there. It's going to be kind of down in the glass. And one more thing with your mojitos, I probably should have done this before, to add a little body to the glass, don't waste your limes. I fresh squeezed lime juice, and you can toss these pieces, cut them down, toss them right down in there. They're going to keep that drink full of that limey zest, a little bit more aromatics in there. And unless you're going for a real picture-perfect, clean presentation, don't waste those limes. There's plenty of good flavor left in there. And that is our mojito. And good presentation. Should be clean and crisp. Have yourself a party, entertain your guests, and enjoy a good mojito. Cheers.